Hi friends, and welcome back to another episode of TT Reacts. So first up, we have this girl again. She's making great progress. She's asking, how do I stop shaking like I am in my video? I don't know how to keep my legs still. So one of the first things that you should have learned is to squeeze your ankles together. Obviously in this video, your ankles are apart, and that's what's causing this shaking, though I don't usually see this shaking in too many videos, so it could be a mixture of not squeezing your ankles and also being a little bit fearful while you're performing this movement. And definitely when you're starting off, you need to make sure that you're engaging your core before you go up. It kind of looks like it's engaged, but you can see when she's bobbing and shaking, her core is going in and out of engagement. That's part of what this issue is. So definitely make sure that your core is engaged from beginning to end of that handstand. I know it's really hard, but you need to make sure that your breathing patterns are correct, and that will help you to engage your core for the maximum amount of time. That could be another issue that you're suffering, but I think it's kind of a combination of numerous things that you need to master. So yes, squeezing your ankles together, making sure you're bracing for the movement and holding that ab core activation the whole time. And yeah, I mean that's basically it. But like I said, she's making progress. Every time I see another video of hers, she has been getting better. So good job, girl. Keep it going because you are getting there. Next up, any tips how I can hold it longer? I have no balance, but I feel that I have enough strength to hold it. Yes, friend. So unfortunately, handstands do take balance, strength, and really certain technical things that you have to do to hold it for a long enough period of time. So let's see how let's analyze this. So he's kicking up onto a fence. The first thing that stands out to me is how your hands are kind of spread kind of far apart. That's something that people don't usually do until they reached more advanced levels of doing a handstand. So definitely keep your hands more narrow, because that's putting more stress on your shoulders to hold your body up. Just try to keep a straight alignment. Keep your arms in line with your shoulders, so that it's not requiring extra strength to hold it up. Now let's see this, what else is going on here. So immediately when you kicked up, you used the fence as a crutch. You're leaning to one side. Definitely bend your knees when you get to the top of the movement, and start focusing on using the wall, or in this case the fence, as a tool rather than a crutch. So if you really want to test whether you can do a handstand, give yourself more distance than what we're seeing in this video and just kick up normally into a regular handstand to test whether you can hold it before just kicking straight onto the wall or kicking straight onto the fence. Because you'll never really know where you're truly at until you test where you are at without relying so heavily on the wall. Yes, so this person, I recommend you do this workout here, this workout interval, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and of course make sure that you're doing your warm-ups before you go into your training. This person, he seems like he's just starting out, and he did mention that he's strong. So those are things that you have in your corner, but I also, in addition to that, need to recommend that you do balance drills just in general, and just focus on increasing your overall body harmony when it comes to balancing yourself. Because if you can learn how to balance, say on one foot, or there's even that plank move where you put like one arm and one foot up at the same time, just different things like that can improve your overall balance. So just learning balance in itself will translate to your handstand as well, because your center of gravity will just start to align. And so yes, just focus on the fundamentals. You have the strength, now you need to focus on the balance, the technique, and the training. The training is very, very important. Handstand advice. So in the beginning of this video, he's in kind of a strange position, as if he's, I think I reacted to him yesterday. He's in position as if he's trying to press into the handstand. Let me see what he says. I've been casually practicing handstands for quite a while, but barely see any progress lately. I notice I find free handstands easier than against the wall. Yes, because as you can see in this video, when you are using the wall, you're going into an arch. And you're using the wall as a crutch, like what I've been saying. And the the roundness of the upper back and of the lower back, the arching is kind of a lot. It doesn't really look like you're engaging your chest at all, and it doesn't look like you're engaging your core either. So yeah, I recommend this workout here. Just this progression in general, I think most people should follow the same progression patterns, and I think you should be good. But I really would have to see the free handstand that you're talking about to know whether it actually is better, or if it's just you challenging yourself. Because the way most of the people in this group are using the wall and utilizing the wall is not in a, it's not being used as a tool. It's really just there for people to kick up on and lean on for 30 minutes and not really progress too much. So definitely see the wall as something that's helping you, not something that you're leaning on to make yourself feel better. You actually need to challenge yourself when you're using the wall, or else you're not going to see progress like what this guy is saying, because the training is not usually, it's usually not a progressive training program. It's usually just dead end training. So like you could do this all day long, but you're not really going to see any progress or results because you're not changing how you're doing it. You see, you're not making progress, but you still continue to do the same thing. That's the definition of insanity. So we have to make sure that we are efficiently following progression patterns. Start off with this one, or in this one if you can't kick up onto the wall. And then your next one in the regular progression pattern will be this one. And when you finally master it, you are going to challenge yourself with this one, a free handstand. That's where you should end up at with this training program. Okay, any tips on improvements? I've been working on my handstands fairly consistently for about 5 months now, and I feel like I've been plateauing a little bit. I've managed to hold it for about 4 seconds max. She does chest to wall, max hold against the wall. When you are on the wall, it looks like you're trying to engage your core, but what you really need to do is bend your knees and just straighten it. And you need to be further away from the wall. The wall being so close is really not allowing you to challenge yourself. So give yourself some more distance so you can see how long you can actually hold it without just instinctively going straight back to the wall. When the wall is so close, it's just too much of a comforting feeling to have it there for most people to actually challenge themselves and to engage the muscles that they need to for as long as possible, like what we're seeing here. So she engaged her core, and I could tell she probably could hold it for at least 5 seconds, but since it's so close, she's just allowing her feet to go back. So yeah, give yourself some distance, and like I said, follow those previous 4 progressions that I already put on the screen, and you should progress. You already know that you need to engage your core. Your form looks pretty good, and this could be another situation where she's focusing too much on having a pretty straight handstand. Let's forget about that until we actually can hold the handstand for at least 10 seconds. Let's focus on just getting the fundamentals down of how to do it safely rather than how to do it prettily. It doesn't have to be the most beautiful handstand. Yeah, let's just focus on how do we feel when we're doing it. Let's just focus on getting our breathing patterns down, engaging our chest, our shoulders, and our core, and being able to do that consistently for at least 10 seconds. And then you could do your tricks, then you could focus on straightening it out, make it look pretty. But those things aren't necessary, at least not at this early stage. It's just not, I wouldn't say that it's something you should focus on. You could strive for it, but it's not necessary. Anyway, y'all, that was the last video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see y'all very soon in the next one. Till then, ciao.